Hey, welcome back to The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 9, the finale episode, Look for the Light. Thoughts on the last episode are on the back half of there. I still kind of feel the same way about David, though, as a character, as a performance. I think that's because I was going into it knowing what the town was like and what he was capable of, and then that kind of just, like, let me, just pick apart his nuances and intricacies. Like, out of all the channels I watch, I think Jimmy Macram said it the best, where, this guy, David, had so many qualities. Like, he was a pedo creep, he was a cannibal, he was a murderer, he had the creepy cult leader vibe going on, preacher thing, but he wasn't competent. Like, Ellie kept slipping on him. This 14-year-old girl, like, got the slip on him over and over and over and over, and killed him. And I'm thinking, like, all we really saw him do was backhand one girl in that lodge. I mean, yeah, he did feed her dad to her and have a lot of weird looks on his face throughout that episode. I don't know. It's for me, because he was all these things, but I didn't find him to be that competent. It wasn't as scary or as unnerving as it could have been. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. It doesn't matter. It was last episode. Now we're over here. This is the finale. I'm watching this at 10:30 at night, so it's already happened. I watched Better Call Saul while the world was watching The Last of Us because my computer has been overheating, and that's been messing up the frame rate on the recordings. And I figured I didn't want to deal with heat-related frame rate issues on top of bandwidth, HBO skipping around problems. So watch Better Call Saul. I'm in a good place. I'm ready for this to mess me up. I know what to expect. I don't know how we're going to get there. I also know there's a cameo appearance I was told about that we have not seen yet, so I'm expecting it. As always, I'm going to do my best to not talk about the game, but then I am going to immediately draw parallels and talk about the game. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you haven't watched any of my other episodes, spoiler warning, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm not going to talk about stuff about the second game, I don't think. I'm going to reserve that stuff for, an eventual Season 2 of The Last of Us, assuming the show comes out before the world ends and I'm still alive and running the stupid channel by the time we get there. Who knows? Alright, so this has been almost 4 minutes of rambling. I'm going to have to cut this down to something more manageable. But in the meantime, let's just get into it. This is the Season 1 finale for The Last of Us. Episode 9, Look for the Light. Here we go. HBO. Yeah, I recognize the grunting. I think I know who this is. Is that Ashley Johnson? Really, at any time in human history has it been good to be a pregnant woman, but especially on the run in an apocalypse. I'm so happy that, like, the original Joel, Ellie, Marlene, Tommy all had cameos. Yeah, she came in and said it's me, but, like, no one else is responding. That's when the baby popped out? Are you kidding me? Liana Mormont, Little Bear Island. I'm wondering how before the bite on the leg versus the pop out was, and if that's why she has some sort of immunity. Kind of like in Blade, his mom was pregnant and got bit by a vampire, and then Blade was born that way. You'd think it would be in the blood and would have made it to the baby.
You fucking told Ellie.
Hearing her talk to a baby reminds me of Ellie from the sequel game. That's all I'll say. Potato! That's what she calls that little kid. Ooh, little potato! Despite my rambling, this has been an actually powerful birthing scene. I would compare it to The Children of Men, which is an amazing movie.
I cut it before I was bit.
Did you now?
Before.
Are we sure about that? Editing me, can we check that?
Take her with you to Boston? I can't. How long have we known each other? Our whole lives.
Yeah. Yeah, they were friends from before the outbreak, too.
I can't kill you. No. Please. 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 Marlene!
I mean, it was definitely spreading, so she's not immune. That shit did not look like a bite anymore.
Cover her ears.
Thank you. I was gonna say, that's why Ellie never listens, because she can't hear from this. Just like the game, too, her audio, she's like phased out in the beginning.
Did you hear me?
No? What?
I found this in there. Beefaroni, Chef Boyardee.
That's your boy.
Cool.
Hospital that way. Maybe the one we're looking for.
Jill's been propped up all this time. Save as many as you can. Get her there. Frank saying we're the type of guys who keep people safe. The ones we love. Tommy and Maria saying doing bad things doesn't make you bad. Protecting who you love. Sam and Henry sacrifice. I'm just, it's gonna come to a point in this episode. That's all I'm saying. And if you're watching this, you should have seen the episode already.
RV. You want to learn how to play guitar? Ellie?
Oh, yeah.
I think Ellie would like the bass more. But that's just because I play bass a little bit.
Actually, this time I was thinking we'd blast our way through that rubble. I found some dynamite in that RV back there.
Really?
No, so we're gonna cut through that building, find a skyscraper, go up and look around.
Look how comfortable they are with each other. It's so good to have seen them grown so far. And he's all worried about her now since everything with David.
If I get you up there, you can drop that ladder down. Maybe we go through that way. Come on, I'll give you a boost.
Yeah, fine.
Just you kind of seem extra quiet today, so...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
This leads into a scene that I really hope they do.
Whoa.
Damn it, Ellie! Ellie!
Come on!
Oh, if they hit us with the music, too. Fuck you, man.
Can you hurry up? Come on.
We need somebody to do an edit and have, like, Caraxes or Drogon, you know. So I don't know how old that giraffe is supposed to be, but I'm assuming it was born after they escaped the zoo after the apocalypse. So there might not be a fear response to people, you know. They might not really be a problem. Even though you'd think starving people would have killed the escaped zoo animals. I'm sorry I had to talk through that. I was welling up a little bit. I just had to keep myself distracted.
We don't have to do this. I want you to know that.
What do you mean? What else are we supposed to do?
Nothing. We just go back to Tommy's. We forget about the whole damn thing.
But there's no halfway with this. We finish what we started.
Oh, half measures, Joel. You gotta go all the way. I'm really glad they had that little moment of levity there and experience with the giraffe. Will we hit infected? Will we hit fireflies? I don't know. How much budget is there, you know, for infected? Have we exceeded it?
Sarah died. And I couldn't see the point anymore. Simple as that.
So time heals all wounds, I guess.
It wasn't time that did it.
I like how much more vulnerable this Joel has gotten with her by this point already.
People are making apocalypse jokes like there's no tomorrow. Too soon?
Disgusting.
That's a 3 out of 10.
Behind you! Behind you! Behind! Oh my god. Is that a flashbang or a smoke? Oh my god.
Where's Ellie?
She wasn't hurt. Not even a scratch. She's mostly worried about you.
Poor Marlene having to read her old lines all over again.
Just take me to her.
I can't. She's being prepped for surgery. He thinks that the cordyceps in Ellie has grown with her since birth.
Why is she in surgery?
It produces a kind of chemical messenger.
They added some more nuance to that, but that seems a little far-fetched.
Cordyceps grows inside the brain.
It does.
Find someone else.
There is no one else. I was there when she was born, Joel. I promised her mother that I would save her child. I promised.
I mean, Thanos wanted to kill half the people to save half the people. Marlene just wants to kill Ellie to save the people. The better ratio, if you think about it.
If he tries anything, shoot him.
Yeah, some of the stuff Marlene said there was optional content that you could find if you explored, so it was good to put it out front there. The show has done that a lot with things in the game. You just pick up on a read off the wall. How we doing this, Joel? How we getting our bag back?
I said keep walking.
Woo!
Where is she? I don't have time for this.
Not taking the rifle on the ground there? Fucking killing spree Joel over here. Oh, you're dead, guy. Yeah! When it comes to Ellie, he does not fuck around. Music. Yep.
Unhook her.
I won't let you take her.
Unhook her.
Is he gonna spare him? In the game, you only have to kill one. But a lot of people go after the other two as well. There's more about that last scene I want to say that pertains to the sequel game and season, but I'm acknowledging that you know and I know and we know. There's a bunch of time left on this episode too.
No matter how hard you try, no matter how many people you kill, she's gonna grow up, Joel. And then you'll die, or she'll leave. Then what? Because I think she'd want to do what's right.
Ellie was all about getting this shit done with.
It's not too late. Even now, even after what you've done, we can still find a way.
Oh, just like he was holding Sarah. Yeah, it was like that too in the game where you weren't sure if he left her or not.
Turns out there's a whole lot more like you. People that are immune. They've stopped looking for a cure.
That was a jarring insert. Well done.
Raiders attacked the hospital. I barely got you out of there. We'll find you some new ones on the way.
Oh, Raiders attacked. That's an interesting little...
Are people hurt? Is Marlene okay?
They got her.
I'm sorry.
I bet the writers were like, okay, we can only afford infected or the giraffe. We can't do both.
Oh, no, wait.
Even the same camera angle, they're set up for it.
You just come after her.
What do we have, 15 minutes left? What can they do for 15 minutes? There's only like 3 sentences left.
Probably about a 5-hour hike. But we can manage that. She would have liked you. Not to say the two of you are the same, but she had a killer smile. Again, not saying that you don't.
Careful, Joel. She'll cut you.
Do you know why I think she'd like you?
Why?
Because you're funny.
Oh, the wide shot of Jackson. Here we are, kids, at the end of the line.
When I got bit in the mall, I wasn't on my own. My best friend was there. And she got bit too. And I had to swear to me that everything you said about the fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
Ah. What? Was this the shortest episode? What's going on here? Yeah, we're only 45 minutes in. This was like as long as a Better Call Saul episode. What is the next 10 minutes? Oh, is it that post-episode stuff I never watch? Yeah, okay. Okay, going to the outro. A pregnant Anna places her trust in a lifelong friend. Later, Joel and Ellie near the end of their journey. Okay. Yeah, great final episode. It capped off, I think, the season pretty well. There have been a few episodes that have been pretty copy-paste, like one-to-one from the game to the show, and this was definitely one of them. Line for line, camera angles sometimes. Things were cut out, but I'm just really glad the giraffe was left in. I'm interested to see how they approach Season 2, or the second game, however they want to do it. There's a lot there, and while I've seen a few playthroughs of the second game, nowhere near as many times as the first game. If and when they get into Season 2 and I check it out, I will definitely be from a much more ignorant standpoint in what to expect and how it's going to unfold. And I'll be looking forward to that. Because as fun as this was, you know, knowing all the plot points, all there was to react to or talk about was the performances or the differences, really. You know, we couldn't be surprised by what was going on. We could be heartbroken. They had no problem doing that. But again, it's the story of, would you sacrifice a child to cure cancer? You know, that game. But it's like, will you sacrifice Ellie for an immunity, a cure, a wide range cure? And no. No is the answer. Just like Henry gave up the leader of the resistance for Sam to get medicine, you know, to hell with everyone else. It kept Sam safe. And now, in this case, it was Joel keeping Ellie safe, despite her possible use as a cure. It's weird to be so familiar with the game and then finally see this on a screen years later. Like, I first heard it was like, oh, the Last of Us movie, and it's like, ooh, no, you can't take this story and put it into 2 hours and have it, you know, feel and be what we saw here, you know? Like, at least with Dune, the movie, that they split it into 2 parts. You're not going to jam the whole fucking Dune book, the first book, into 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I mean, you can, but you gotta fly through some shit. Anyway, this has been a lot of fun. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. Thank you all so much for being here. This is another show coming off the channel. New shows will be coming in to take its place. Hope to catch you in some of them, and hope this was worth your time. Thanks again for being here, and goodbye.